Busy place for such a small place, but gee, it's beautiful. We're going to get on the road early. It's 3 days after we started, into the 4th day. Yep, we should get to Birdsville by mid-morning. But absolutely stunning here. The wind died down overnight, so it's just like crisp, not too cold, not as cold as it has been, probably 7 or 8 degrees. And we'll sort of get into the 20s by the look of it today, so absolutely beautiful. But yeah, look at this country, just absolutely stunning. If you haven't been here, try and put it on your list. Road's been okay so far. The report is that it's a little bit better pretty much from here and into Birdsville. There's a few cars on the road though, so I had to space ourselves out. There's a lot of dust around, a lot of passing, a lot of stones, so we'll see.
G'day, we're David and Paula. After 40 years we took a gap year from work, bought a van and did a lap right around Australia, and it was life-changing. So now we're trying to rebalance life, work, the van travel in Australia that we love, and still ticking off some overseas bucket list items. It's all a bit dusty. There's all this dust in there.
It is, and I got dust on my nose.
You got coffee on your nose.
Oh, have I? Sorry, excuse me.
It's all dusty in here. This is there's just packets of vehicles sort of heading in towards Birdsville. So let's have a look at the story of the Betoota Dreamtime. We don't read these things out to you, so we'll just flick something up. Nice little sort of sculpture of the dreaming and the rainbow serpent on the way to Birdsville. It's good. It's done well. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And it's also a decent little rest stop with some loos and a table and those sorts of things. So we didn't stop at the Betoota Hotel because it's still relatively early, and
maybe on the way back.
Maybe. It just depends on what we decide to do for the second night of the concert. And that's a problem because when they're passing, that's how we end up with broken windscreens. So we've had to come in and register just at the information centre. So we've got all of our camping tickets, we've got all of our bracelets
and a rubbish bag,
and a rubbish bag to bring the rubbish, and a couple of extra flies. Right, and now because this is our first time here, now we're going to go and grab some lunch and a beer at the pub with a couple of other zoners that we're catching up with while we're out here. All right, we'll see you at the pub.
Yep.
There were a few people enjoying the pub, so we didn't video. We headed back to the Birdsville Town Common for an easy night around the fire with friends, and this morning we headed out to Big Red on the edge of the Simpson Desert to settle in for the concert, and the preparations are well underway.
John Williamson.
Thank you. Yes, I'm talking about our children. Very hoped up our children. We're dust like Falcon Tower. Sailing riders. I wonder if he understands. It's wonderful to fly. It's raining on the line. In a beautiful country.
morning. When we ordered the expo, I wasn't quite sure how we'd sort of use the indoor bench and the outdoor kitchen. The outdoor kitchen was, was pretty clear, for cooking and all those sorts of things. But morning routine, cold as it is here at Big Red, how would that be? Yeah, not a problem. It's nice diesel heater. Paula's still in bed. Put the diesel heater on, diesel hot water. We just had a couple of cups and things from overnight where we made a hot chocolate and had a biscuit before we went to bed last night. We'd had some snacks up on Big Red as part of the concert, so we didn't really feel like cooking up. And it's all quite functional. Quite happy, and this is sort of the happy space for me this time of the morning. I'd rather be outside with the sun rising. Although some mornings it does get cold, doesn't it? We're staying for another day. We're going to see the concert again tonight. It's just nice to get used to the van. And even though ours is not pop top, just getting used to the Red Arc stuff. For a lot of other owners, the Red Arc stuff's not new, but for us it is. The base has got Enerdrive set up in it, so we're just getting used to all of that as well. So it's actually a great opportunity for us. And we'll talk a little bit more about how the expo's gone, but overall very good. So I can sort of see the attraction for the expo. Pop top people, we just don't like the pop top. Sorry for those guys. But from all the towing perspective and the lower profile and all that sort of stuff, absolutely get it. Check this out. Fridge is good. We had it a little bit too cold. We'd just sort of stack some things in, and we'd stack the drinks in the crisper, and we thought we'd set the fridge okay for the trip out. And as it works out, it's actually very good and and colder than our current Bushman. So it's just getting used to the new setting. But when we were up at Big Red, I actually sort of took a G&T up to have for the concert. And the contents were like a slushy tonic water. So when I came back, I sort of raced out, opened it all up, and fortunately only 2 of them had expanded. None of them had exploded in the fridge. But fridge is pretty good. Bit of movement going on around the campsite this morning. Everyone's got to bump out by 10 for those who are leaving, and only doing the one concert. So people are up and about. We get to have a nice relaxing day in the area, which we're looking forward to. It's been a solid several days of a few days of driving to get here, then the concert, which was fantastic. But it'd be nice to actually just sort of get used to the van and sit around and have a bit of company with a few of the other zoners in the area. I've been a little bit slack this morning, so Paula's got her cup of coffee to come, so I better go and get that sorted out.
Well, with the Simpson Bears, the girls are with us too. I don't mind at all if you call me a married boy. True blue, is it me and you? If you're looking, but how can you see it if you cry?
G'day.
Hey, g'day. We've sort of left Big Red. We had another lovely night there. A few people went up to watch the sunrise shots. That's the stuff. There was just lots of caravans in the way. I thought lots of caravans. There were a few. So we sort of thought we'd get on the road at a reasonable time, not too early, not too late. But of course, when you're driving through Birdsville,
You've got to stop.
You've got to stop, and you can't miss the world famous Birdsville
Bakery.
Bakery.
Yeah, quite a nice coffee too.
We grabbed ourselves a coffee, grabbed ourselves a sausage roll.
Yep.
And then we'll sort of go over. We might go and have a look at the hospital on the way past, and then we've got to sort of hit the road, and we're just still figuring out what we're going to do for the rest of the day. Okay. It'll be somewhere on the road.
Yep.
Okay. All right. See you on the road. Cheers.
We love the RFDS. These runways, absolutely fantastic. Nice straight sections of road so that they can get the aircraft in on them. So thanks for watching, and if you like what we're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe. 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to the RFDS and to Legacy. Share the channel with others, they might get something out of it. Yeah, and that means that we can send some more money off to RFDS and to Legacy. Anyway, we're about to hit the gravel again. Poor old Landy, it's done a fair bit of dusty stuff, hasn't it? It does it pretty well. The car and the van have been sitting on the road very well. Keeping in mind that the van is a slightly narrower base, just about to hit a cattle grid. That one's a bit raised in the centre. So it's all been sitting on the gravel pretty well. We're aired down. We're not right down as much as we were on some of the rougher roads on the lap, and they've warmed up a fair bit, so we went down to 30. The road's quite firm, not many corrugations, tiny bit corrugated in places, mostly just sort of gravelly with some stones and that sort of stuff, so the compromise is 30. It seemed to have been alright on the way out, so we stuck with it on the way back. There's not much movement around on the road. There you go. To make a liar of me, we just found one of the sort of bits where it's broken up a bit. Anyway, I'm not sick. That's just a bit of the residual dust around the base. All right. Next stop, we'll be stopping to air back up again, and just looking at the fuel economy. I didn't put any more fuel in at Birdsville. Very, very, very expensive, and I thought I had enough to get us through to Indora. Might not, so we might dump one of the jerrys in that we've got, just to make sure that we're not taking any risks.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
It's a good spot here. Yeah, we stayed here on the way out, and we got caught up yesterday. It was just a longer day, and at Windora there was just a big lineup for fuel, and the guys were just sort of working hard to get everybody through, but they're not completely automated pumps there, so it's just a little bit more manual, so it took us a little while to get through. Then we thought we had a problem with one of the tyres, that the TPMS wasn't showing one of the wheels on the car. As it worked out, it was fine. It doesn't matter, I won't even try to explain it. And we'd aimed to head towards Eromanga, and there's two ways you can get to Eromanga. There's a shorter way from the Windora side, and apparently it's gravel. I don't know, tell me anybody who goes down that way, so on the Windora side, if that's gravel. And that was fine. We were going to sort of head towards that, but we got late in the day. By the time we'd got to that turn off, the shadows were getting really long. It was after 5 o'clock. And we sort of thought, we don't want to be sort of A, airing down, and B, trying to find a free camp. To cap it all off, we didn't have the HEMA, and we'd lost signal to the Google Maps in the car. So it was just making the navigating, the general navigation was fine. I mean, that was all good, but just finding discrete spots wasn't so easy. There was a rest stop somewhere near there, but it was a bit ick, and so I didn't like it. A couple of dead kangaroos that had hung themselves, sort of lying on the on the fences and those sorts of things, and there were just one or two good spots there, and there was a couple who'd already got there. That's fine. I mean, that's the way life works. So we sort of thought, we'll keep pressing on, because we thought we were closer to the next free camp than we actually were. So the challenge was that it was getting longer, we were losing light, and then we actually sort of realised that we were a little bit further from those free camps than we'd anticipated, and we'd got ourselves to a stage where we were over-committed to continue down the main Warrego Highway way, and we thought, let's just press through now and get to this site, which we'd been on the way up. And so fortunately, just as last light came, we got in here. I don't really like driving in that golden hour period. It's just where the risk of hitting roos and those sorts of things is greater. We wanted to pull up. Some of the free camps are a little bit few and far between out here, and fortunately, just as the last fading light was there, we picked up the sign off to the side of the road and got in here, and we're actually glad we stayed. So first of all, we knew it, so it was actually easy to come in, find a spot. There's hardly anybody here anyway, and it really is just a pretty little sort of spot. There's a jump up and there's a low-lying area down towards the dam and those sorts of things. Yeah, it's a donation camp, so all of the donations go to the RFDS. But we ended up having a comfortable night. Cold though, it's 3 degrees this morning when we've got up. So anyway, I've got to pack up. We are going to head to Eromanga, just that we've done it the long way around, so more fool me. But in the grand scheme of things, no big problem.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
That's a little bit of a deviation as it worked out. But we've sort of come to like the dinosaur trail type stuff, and the Natural History Museum at Eromanga has such a good reputation. We thought we'd
Come and see.
come and have a look.
Yeah. Why not? We're in the area.
Yeah, that's right. We were just down the road.
Just a couple of 100 miles. That's okay.
Just a couple of 100k. Eh? Anyway, what's a couple of 100k between friends?
Yeah, that's right.
All good.
After a short introduction video, we get to look at the tremendous work at the Fossil Preparation Lab, where there's fossilised remains of a range of dinosaurs and megafauna.
You can see right down that end there's a femur or an upper leg bone, but then this one in front of me has more than one bone. It's actually got a beautiful mandible or bottom jaw. You can see his front buck teeth. But our studio cried if they could print for us. They said, yeah, sure, of course. Started printing, and then realised pretty quickly their 3D printer wasn't big enough.
Yep, you can see the bottle brush leaf.
Amazing. My feet are too big. This is Cooper's right femur.
So this is just more of Cooper.
Yeah, more of Cooper.
Very funny dinosaur.
Why is that?
Because he was humorous.
It was a good attempt
At what?
at a dad joke.
Really interesting in here, isn't it? We like this stuff.
We do like this. Yeah.
So,
They do it really well.
yeah, it's again the same sort of professionalism as up at the Age of Dinosaurs and the Stampede and all those sorts of things, but people quite dedicated to their work, and talking to some people who live locally on the stations who've sort of made a bit of a life out of this and contribution, and others who are sort of like volunteers who've come out. But it's just amazing, and there's more to come. So 2027 they're building a new building for Cooper. So very fascinating.
And it's time to start to make our way back towards the coast along the Warrego Highway. We
We drove and then overnighted at the rock pool at Charleville, which was a great spot, plenty of places, and after a good night's sleep, we hit the road again. We're going to check out the internationally famous Mitchell Bakery.
We are.
Yeah, been driving for a couple of hours this morning and sort of got stuck in behind a road train who was travelling sort of at that speed where we were just better off just sitting behind it than trying to overtake it. He was moving around a little bit. Anyway, so we sort of thought, been going for a couple of hours, do a bit of a walk, stretch your legs, bit of a walk around, check of the van and a cup of coffee. We're at Warra on the Western Downs. We stopped on our first big shakeout trip at Warra and the pub wasn't open. We stayed here anyway, it's not a bad rest stop. A bit noisy, you're close to the road and there's a railway line on the other side. But we thought we'd stop through because we didn't want to sort of go the extra time towards sort of Kilcoy and the coast. Last night we didn't quite have enough time to get there and this was as good a place to stop. Yeah, pleasant. Couple of drinks and food at the pub, and it's freezing this morning, but I've just come over, grabbed a cup of coffee so I don't have to set up the coffee machine, get that all dirty. We'll be able to get on the road a bit quicker today. Yeah, it's Sunday morning, so nothing happening at 7 o'clock in the morning here. Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.